Morning. It's 8 o'clock Nigeria time. Good time to start today's review. So if you are listening to me now and you're on this channel, you're welcome. And it's a brand new week. So as usual, I'll be your host today, Monday. And of course, I believe that this week will benefit us in trading. And of course, we'll have reason to smile by the grace of God. So on that note, let me greet Bashir, Chinedu, Daniel, Ebensi, so on and so forth. So all of you here, I see you. Ike Farim, right? You're welcome. And names that I know already: Olawori, William Samuel, Ichukwuka, right? Kayode, Joshua Okon, Gabriel. You guys are welcome. So I'm going to start today's event by looking at currencies and then commodities and then indices. Of course, we'll close. So if what I'm going to look at, if it is not part of what you have in mind, you can, after my own session, you can suggest your own, and of course, I'll look at it. So I'm going to share my screen now so that you see what I already have in line to look at today. So I have a, let me check. Yeah, so my MT4, I have multiple instruments to look at, starting from Euro Pound to crude oil, to wheat, to Euro USD, to GBP USD, to USDPY, to USD CAD, to AUD USD, to US30, and to D40, and of course to US 100. So I have all these ones lined up for us to look at today. So let's start by looking at them one by one. Okay. So if what I already lined up now, if it is not part of, like I said, if it's not part of what you want me to look at, or what you would have loved for me to look at, you can drop yours after my session, and of course we'll look at it. So let's start from Euro Pound on the left side. So we have volatility right in front of our eyes. Now, Euro Pound has not been this volatile since I know Euro Pound. Okay, so, and of course, I want to believe it's because of the trade war currently ravaging the currency markets, not just currency market, but also commodities and indices market. So we have Euro very, very strong these days against dollar. And of course, if you look at the D1, there's room for the price to continue to surge to the upside. So if we are looking at the concept of Dow, okay, Dow Jones, I don't know how to say this, but of course, Dow is one, phenomenon when it was trading, when it was, still actively trading the market. And of course, give us a concept when it comes to price, breaking barriers and moving to either up or down. Say that if price begins to have higher lows and higher highs, then you are now beginning to have an uptrend. Of course, if price begins to have lower highs and lower lows, then price will begin to have a downtrend. So I want to believe Euro Pound is on an uptrend. And of course, the uptrend just started. So you should be buying on retracements. Buy on retracements on 1 hour or 4 hours, of course, daily. So if we look at these three lows that I just plotted now, and you support that with trend line, let me see if I can make this trend go on its own without my interference. Right. So if you look at the trend line now, on the D1, you see that if we even say we should adjust it like so, it will make sense, make more sense, because you have more touches now. The idea of the concept of trend line is that you should have more touches, as much as touches as you want, makes it more formidable. So if you look at what we have here now, we have a session here, a cross, even though it's not perfect. We cannot be perfect, but we can be close to perfection. So you have more touches. That's about 3 touches. No, almost 4 touches, 5 touches, 6 touches, 7 touches. Make it a formidable trend line, right? Because I have a break of that structure right now. So if we look at what we have here on this D1, it is obvious that Euro Pound is now beginning to have, what we call higher highs and higher lows, right? Then there's a break of that trend line that we just draw now. So I want to believe that euro pound will continue to surge to the upside. Now this is D1. Now if you go to H4, you should have something close to that. That's what you're looking at there. Still the same area of touches. You can just adjust to make it make sense. And of course, you have this one. Like that's the break of the structure, right? So on this break of structure, you are waiting for a retest, okay, on either H1 or any of the smaller time frames. So if you go to H1 now, we can check whether there's a retest already. Of course, there is. So there's a retest already right here. So see that one. We make adjustments to our arrows. It's obvious that we have a retest down there. Okay. And excuse me. Permit me. Okay. People can still hear me. Good. So since we have a retest already, this is the breakout. And that's the one that went back. So I want to believe that this price on the volatile side, of course, is going up. So what you can do now is to actively follow it, okay, with another trend line on the upside. So, but of course, the one I want to draw now will be very steep, okay, like this. You can actively follow it like this. If you want to make it very fast, you can follow it like this, or you can use moving average to follow it, okay. You can plot moving average like 21 period exponential, because that one can also give you an edge. You can see that the trend line and the moving average are, kind of agreeing. So on this kind of candle, okay, since now you know that the price is uptrend on euro pound, or this kind of candle you can buy. When this candle close, you can place it buy. And of course, another one will happen in the future. Don't buy now. But of course, in the near future, maybe the price reduces a little bit and give you kind of like a bullish engulfing, or something, close to what we have here already, something similar. Bullish engulfing, hammer, anything like that, you can still buy. So euro pound is still on the verge of going up. And of course, you can also go down to 15 minutes minimum. That's 15 minutes now. And of course, this one can also give you an edge. So for example, on this 15 minutes now, this will be kind of like this will be a buy signal. Coming, let me give you an arrow. This will be a buy signal, kind of this. And this could be a buy signal, both of them, right? Then we can also have such around here, and also be your buy signal. So I think you should just continue to buy euro pound. Look to buy. All right. Even now, if you want to buy, you are still good to buy. All right. That's what I see on euro pound, because remember on the D1, there's room to go. Very much room to go. Okay. A big room to go. All right. So the price is just breaking the structure, and of course, it has room to go. You can see it already. So for me, my bias on euro pound is not to sell, but to buy, or you look for buy. I hope that's clear, right? I hope that's clear. So people in the room, if it is clear, you can just give me a comment like yes. Like if you understand this concept of euro pound that I just described now, type a yes that you understand. Then if you're using phone, you can do the same, the same thing. If you're using phone, you can go to your phone and thank you, Raquel Edu. Is it Rachel or Raquel? Is it Rachel? Rachel. Now, I understand the spelling of Rachel to be Rachel or A-E-L. I really don't know. But your own is more like Rachel. But of course, I understand Edu. So thank you very much, Edu, for that comment. Any other person that understand it, or is it only her that is here? I hope it's a her, right? I hope so. Raquel, her, or him, her, right? So, but I'm sure you're not the only one here. So, who else understand? But if you don't understand, right? I'm not saying that everybody must understand. If you don't understand, it means that you still need more explanation, more coaching. It's okay. You can still drop your comments. I can follow up to ensure that you understand. Now, that's for euro pound. My bias is to buy, or you look to buy. Now, if you go to crude oil, which is the next one on this list, crude oil, and not just crude oil, but also, instruments like indices have been falling for a while. And of course, even Nigeria as a country is beginning to get, kind of like afraid that the price of oil is not to what they expect to, see. So crude oil price is really falling, and we can go to templates like We just the one just describe now, put it in place like so, and look out for opportunities in there. So should we continue to sell or should we wait to buy? Now, based on what this price is doing, this trend is still going down. And on H4, this trend is still going down. There's no respite to it. Okay, when I say it's still going down, I mean that the trend is agreeing with the stochastic. The stochastic is still pointing down, right? And the trend is still pointing down. That's the bottom of it. It's still pointing down. So whether we like it or not, this trend is still going down. That's what I see for for crude oil. All right. So because of that, we should be looking to sell. And of course, we can also go to D1 and confirm the same thing. The trend is still going down. Okay, but on this D1 now, the plan may change suddenly. All right, on the D1. What I mean by that is I expect for this part. I expect for this part to change soon. Okay, you see this stochastic, the green stochastic and the red dot, they're separating now. So I expect that something like this will happen soon, whereby the stochastic will, look for a way to turn back. The green will turn, all right? Once the green begins to turn, then I begin to buy. But of course, it will give you signal on especially 1 hour time frame. It will give you signal. Okay, so when you give the signal 1 hour time frame, like crossing a trend line, you can now begin to look for an opportunity to buy. Otherwise, you continue to sell. Then you can also use not just that. You can also use, if you want to know whether the price is going to top, because nothing lasts forever, you can use mean reversion to check. Okay, though the mean reversion that I'm checking now, or I'm seeing now, okay, the price actually gave a signal that the price wants to turn. It turned a little bit, and then it tumbled again this day, right? Turned a little bit, gave us about 59 points move to the upside, okay, up to about $66.39. But then it suddenly turned, and now it's currently at around $2.63. That's about 100-point loss within 24 hours trading time period. That's between Friday and now. That's discounting Saturday and Sunday. If we remove Saturday and Sunday, that's what the price is doing now. Now, I want to believe that the price returns soon. So what you can do is go to your 1 hour time frame. Everybody, go to your 1 hour time frame. Let me tell you what to do. Because if you are selling now, you might be wrong. Okay. So what you can do is to go to your 1 hour time frame, insert Bollinger Band, and then wait for this price, this candle, the 1 hour candle, to hit the lower band because it's getting close now. All right. Put it on your phone, put Bollinger Band on it, and wait for this price, this correct candle to hit this lower band on 1 hour. Now, if it does that, you can, quickly pick a buy, right? If it does that, because it should bounce when it do that, all right? We expect the price to actually bounce when it does that. So that's what I see of crude oil. My bias is neutral for the crude oil as of now. So I'm not going to really buy or sell on it. And for wheat, actually traded wheat. I didn't even know. I think what I did was that I put buy limit at around this low. I can't remember the day, but I think I didn't buy limit and it actually give me some money. So that's on this level. I think so. On this level. So I did a little bit of buy limit and it gave me some money. Now I want to believe that this crude oil will continue to push the upside. Sorry, wheat, right? So I'm going to do another buy limit. My bias is to buy, so I'm going to do another buy limit on this one. And of course, I expect the price to give me when eventually it hits my buy limit. So I'm buying at around that low. Okay, so of course, with that I should be able to get some money. I'm buying at around or close to 530.1. That's between 530 and 533. Let's say $532. Okay, that's the area I'm buying. Of course, I expect that when the price, return and pick me as a buyer, I should be able to put some money on wheat. So my bias for wheat is for buying. Let me recap. My bias for euro pound is to buy, right? My bias for crude oil is wait, because my bias for wheat is to buy. Okay. Then for euro USD, my bias is 100% for a buy. I don't even need to, announce this one too much. 100% for a buy. It's just that, euro USD is a little bit funny. Of course, it's a base technical, so nothing to worry about. All right. So Euro USD has tested some limits, okay, some highs, right? That's starting from here. We go to the right, you see that Euro USD has actually tested that zone. And of course, you can still test it, okay? I expect it to test it on D1. So, but it's getting close, getting really close. But of course, not just that area that is resistance. There's even another resistance where it is now. I mean, let me make it tiny so that we can see it better. So if I duplicate this line, you see that same thing is happening around here. So Euro USD is on the resistance, right? Obviously. So we expect that the price will dance around this level and eventually maybe break above or return back to low. Okay, so based on this information on D1, we can now begin to go to maybe some templates that can give us an idea of what if this one is true. This one I drew by myself. So let's find out if we apply some indicators, maybe it can give us, kind of like a clue. Let's go to Euro USD. And check this one out. So with this one now, it's obvious that Euro USD is still very much on the D1, still we're getting close to that same resistance that we drew. So which means that when Euro USD eventually get to or hit 1.1226, we should expect a downfall. But of course, the strength is still strong now. So we are still with the buyers, we are still with the bulls. So let's see if it will eventually break this level of 1.22 button. For now, on the 1 hour chart, we can continue to look for a buy, not a sell, until there's a clear turn for a sell, not a sell yet. So the price still green. Let's continue to push for a buy. It is still around that resistance zone. No need to worry about because of the D1, it is not yet around it like 100%. On the D1, we still have room to go. So on the 1 hour, it could actually still break that structure. And on 15 minutes, you can still see that we are still getting close to that 1.08. So we still have about maybe 100 pips to go with that level. But for scalpers, we can still make maybe about 50 pips today. There's still room for 50 pips today. So my bias is still for a buy on Euro USD until we hit the resistance on D1. Until we hit this resistance on D1, okay, that's when I'll be looking to sell. Now for GBP USD, the same may apply. It's just that this one has already given us room to actually grow. So I want to believe that GBP USD is better. It's a better opportunity for traders this morning than Euro USD. So with this one, I can actually enter buy because the price is still surging to the upside. So I'm going to just place a buy directly on this one instead of the Euro USD, which I could wait. This one I could just enter a buy directly on this one, and my stop loss will just be below the support zone, below the green zone. Just be my stop loss. Okay, that's about 100 pips. Okay, that's better. But of course, you can also use something less. You can use less than 100 pips stop loss. But of course, if I'm using 100 pips stop loss, I should also look for 100 pips take profit, right? At least about 150 pips take profit opportunity for GBP USD. So straight, straight narration here, straight analysis. I don't need to beat about the bush. This one looks good to buy because there's some opportunity for the price to go to the upside, even on the 1 hour. Finally, I'll go to USJPY, okay, and check also to see if an opportunity is here for us to trade. I could use this one, but of course I won't, okay, because it doesn't give me room to actually check something. So I would rather use this one for this USDJPY. Let me see if there's an opportunity with breakout. Yeah, there was, but of course it's past that. So we can't go back to this one. We can't. So, and of course now the price is doing like triple, fourth bottom. So that's on the 1 hour time frame. Okay. So this price can actually favor dollar today. Could favor dollar. Let's look at 15 minutes to see if there's an opportunity. Yeah. So this one could favor dollar today. If this line, put your chart on USD if you like to trade it, put your chart on 15 minutes and then wait for this line, this red to turn around and close or cross above the black and begin to see candles close above it, then you can buy. Otherwise, you stay off or you join the sellers to enjoy the downfall on that one. And now I go to USD card. I think the same thing. with USD. But let me check. Sure. Let me check to be sure. I'm going to go to, let me check with this one. The longer I use this strategy, this one gave us nothing. Okay, the time is fast. This one also gave us nothing. And this one, since I won't use it, this one is USD CAD. So I want to believe that this price will surge to the upside. And now we're beginning to see sellers losing their sword of this journey. Okay, this is like sellers losing their sword. It was sellers' strength, but they lost it. Okay, so that's a kind of like a cue that this price could actually go. So it could favor dollar today. This one could. But let me check with breakout. Okay, with breakout also, the seller lost their focus at around that level. Let me see. On this 1 hour chart there, on this USD card, this could be a very good opportunity for us. Okay, so we're going to put on kind of like a structure above this level. That's what I would do. Okay, structure above. I don't know if I can use the line to represent this one. Let me use horizontal line to represent this. This could be a very big one for us today, USD card traders. We're gonna need to wait for a candle to close above 1.42558. So we need for a candle on this 1 hour chart to close above 1.42558 today. So if it happens like that, right? Considering the fact that sellers lost their short at that moving average, right? So this could be a very good, opportunity for technical traders today. So sellers lost their short at that moving average. What I mean by that is, if you look at this short, this doji, right? That's a long-legged doji, and it's a perfect one because the color is unique. Unfortunately, even though the doji formed a perfectly good seller's weapon, and immediately it formed the sellers lost it immediately. The buyers took over and collected the market from them. So let's wait for this current candle or the next one that will form in that series to close above 1.42558. If it does that, and of course you are familiar with the strategy, it makes money. Please, if it does that, go ahead and place a buy. You will make money, right? You make money. Okay, so just put your stop loss. You can put your stop loss below this doji. Your stop loss could just be below this level. Once you trigger that trade, and of course, you should be able to make some money for yourself. That's what I see on that USD card. Where's my phone? Let me check. Okay, so any questions on this one? Any questions on USD card? If you have a question on this analysis, you can just drop it in the comment section. I'll look at it. If you don't have a question, I'll continue. Any questions? Let me wait 1 moment for question. If there's no question, I'll continue. Any question, anybody? Okay. Any questions? None. All right, so let's go to the next one on the list. I'm waiting for this USD card though. I'm actually interested. But of course, if you want to really jump in, like you want to jump in, you can put your buy stop around all this area. You can put buy stop around those area. It could be the opportunity to put your buy stop above those candle area, above those high. You could make some money if the price breaks to that level. It's just that I don't like using buy stop because sometimes buy stop can be a fake, right? Candle can just hit that level and then do revolution and return back. It could, all right? So otherwise, it could just be an opportunity for you to make money today. Okay. So let's go to the next one on the list, which will be AUD USD, and that will be all for currencies that we're discussing this morning. So for AUD USD, I don't know what happened, but AUD has been weak. So except if there's an opportunity, there's news from AUD zone that actually make the market do like that. Let me check with me reversal strategy. Good one. So, but of course, if you want to take risk, let's say you like taking risk, as in you like taking risk, AUD USD will be your best bet today. It could be very risky, but it could also be a very good one. All right. The price does this right already on D1. Of course, if you look at the W1, it's something close to that. So, and the price is currently dancing around this lower band. So, if you like taking risk, okay, you can just, you could win with AUD USD this morning. So, but me, I like taking risk also. All right, so I'm going to enter a buy. I'm going to do a counter trade for AUD USD. Okay, let me see if I can try one more time. I don't know why this one is giving me issues. I cannot think. I want to buy. Fortunately, the thing is giving me off quotes. Maybe it's because of my account type. It doesn't want me to make money. Don't mind this, Okay, let me do buy limit. Okay, let me try again, buy limit. All right, so let me just do buy limit on that one. Okay, and wait. So what I want to do is counter trade because the price has really gapped down and done a lot of down stuff. So I expect kind of like a counter move on AUD USD. So if you like trading AUD USD, why not? Go ahead and trade to the direction of the bulls. Okay, counter trade, but very risky, but also it could be very, very rewarding. Remember where there's risk, there's reward. So, and don't forget to put your stop loss below the structure or the structure low right now. Put your stop loss below the current structure low, and you'll be good to go. Right. So that's if you are interested in the trade. Oh, sorry, I wanted to put stop loss. I was dragging the trade. All right, let me just drag it close. Hope it takes it. Get close as I want to get as close as possible. Let me see with this. Okay, to take me in. I hope so. Okay, so if it takes me in, I'll be happy for us to follow that. I'll be happy. So I actually want to buy. I want to do a counter trade on that one. Okay, when there's risk, of course there's reward. Somebody is saying good morning. Adeyemi, I agree to you. Good morning to Adeyemi Olalekan. Okay, so I'm going to go to the next one, which will be US 30. Now, US 30, US 100, US 500, US Bubotikbo, all those indices have actually collapsed, okay? And they raised the gain. All the gains they made since October last year has been eroded within just 1 week of, Trump administration, yanning to. I think he yanned that to on Wednesday, right? So he misyan, and of course, he collapsed the American market, right? So he said that he's going to put tariff, or what did he call it now? He said, uh, is it retaliatory tariff or counter tariff or okay? I don't know. But of course, he announced it even affected almost all countries in the world. Okay, I don't think Trump is a friend to any country. All right, but of course, the effect of that announcement could actually spell doom to American market, which is already obvious on the chart. Okay, we see the price of all indices combined eroded. All right, so all the gains. Can you see now? All the gains of how many months now? If you come here, this is where the price begins to move up, and this is 2023 on the 19th. Okay, on the 19th of this is where the price is currently. And this is where the price left. Can you see it? Let me see if I can show you something. If I put an arrow here as a resistance, right? And I put an arrow here as a move to the upside. Move to the upside. This is when the price begins to move to the upside and prove that. So if you look at that level where I put the arrow down, arrow up, it forms something like this around that level. Okay. And that's where the price is now. Okay, that's where the price is. So if you look at that and you look at the dates of this move to the upside, especially on this side, you see that that's about 2023 December, right? So all the gains of 2023 December till now has been eroded within just 2 weeks. Okay, so all the gains are eroded, right? So because the price is back there now, because the price has been moving up steadily since 2023, 2024, all the gains of last year eroded within just 3 trading days: Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. All right, you see it here. Wednesday is this one, this candle. Thursday is this one, and of course Friday is this one. Friday the market totally collapsed, and even today, Monday, the price is still doing what it's doing now. Now, except you want to do counter trade, which of course I always say is very risky. you could buy, otherwise you should wait for opportunity for the price to continue to go down. So don't do counter trade. I don't encourage it on indices at all. I do not encourage counter trade on indices. So no matter what you do, you just spell do that. The price will just, be against you, so to speak. So I'm not going to do counter trade on this one like I did on AUD or like I plan to do on AUD. Okay. I would rather do counter trade on currencies than do it on indices. All right. So for this one, I'm going to be staying off for now until all these tariff troubles are actually settled. But maybe Trump will retain. Otherwise, if this is actually not good for the market. The same thing with D40. Okay, same thing with D40. And you can see the price also turned down. And of course, the same thing with US 100. So the same analysis with the three of them. So whichever one you want to do, you want to stay off, except you want to do counter trade, or you want to follow the trend. We don't know when it will end. We don't know whether all the gains of 5 years will be erased. We have seen gain of 2 years erased now. So obviously, happening here, gains of 2 years erased. Of course, if we look at the W1, so if we say 5 years, that would be about 2020, right? So 2020, let's see. Yes, ma'am, welcome. So if we come here now to this level, this will be like 2020, 2019, 2020. So if the price is going to come down to this level, it's possible, really. Okay, there's nothing impossible in this world. The price will get there. It will get to this level when the demand begins to go up. Okay, so if it's going to do that, this is 2020 COVID. So the last time price did something like this was during COVID, right? When it had this sharp drop, like sharp drop, COVID-19, right? Sharp drop. And the price is doing kind of that kind of correction now. So erasing all gains, okay, which has never happened in the last maybe 5 years, 2020. Okay, so which means that the price can still do something like that. Maybe you can still have that kind of structure. So if you look at this one now, that means the price can still get to this low, right? Even if it doesn't want to get to this last low that I just plotted here. If it doesn't want to get to this arrow, if the price is not going to get to this arrow that I'm putting now, okay, it will get to this one. Those are possibilities. Get to this one. Okay, so those are possible levels of price to trace to technically, right, on this chart. Okay, so if you are not prepared, psychologically to follow it, I think you should just stay off. But if you are prepared to follow it, you can continue to sell, or continue to look for sell opportunities. Okay, once you see an opportunity for sell, you place it. So you can continue to look for that opportunity and follow the market. All right, so that's for US 30, D40, and US 100. The same analysis. Okay, same analysis for them. Now let me go to the comment section and look at your comments. So Daniela is asking, is it the same thing that affect oil? Of course, yes. The same thing. Is the same Trump talk that affects crude oil. USDJPY, I've already analyzed it. Who is sending this? Are they ready? Are they hear me? I've already talked about USDJPY. I said that I will buy it when this red line cross above the black line. That's when I will be looking to buy. Okay, that's when I will be looking to buy. All right. Any other questions? Any other comments that I should look at? Okay, somebody say gold. That's true. I've not really looked at gold today. Okay, so who is this person that say gold? This person is very sharp. Raquel. Raquel, come, is it Rachel or Raquel? Edu, talk to me. You can send me a personal message. Okay, tell me your name. Is it Rachel or Raquel? And are you a man or woman? Let me know. I'm actually interested in that your name. So let me look at gold, like you requested. Okay, so gold is doing what it's doing. Okay, the what do you call it now? The volatility in the market that is Richard, not Raquel. I didn't say Raquel. Raquel looked like French. This one you are writing now is Raquel. or your name, Rachel. Maybe you call me and pronounce it for me, or you send me a voice note on WhatsApp to pronounce this your name. You can write, and of course, it could be something different. So I would like to know how to pronounce it properly. Family touch Euro pound. I've already touched Euro pound, Daniel. What are you looking for in Euro pound that I have not seen? I said buy, that the price will go up if the price is going to continue to go up. So that I'm interested in buying, and of course that you should be buying on the dip. Okay, buy on dip. So if you bought already, of course they made money. So you buy on dip. What I mean by buy on dip is you buy when the price returns to the average, or when the price returns to the trend line. Anyone. Okay, if you return to the trend line, you can buy. If you return to the average, you can buy. When it forms a bullish engulfing. That's what I said on Euro pound. And on this gold that we're looking at now, I was actually interested in trading gold, right? On Wednesday, when Trump was announcing, I wasn't in Lagos, I was actually in Yebudi on an event. And from the hotel room, I was actually looking at what was going on. Gold was very, very volatile that day. Like I've never seen that kind of volatility before. And I want to believe it is this candle. I want to believe so. Let me see if I can click on here and show you something. So this candle that you see here actually should represent that. So this one is even 1300. Go for. No, that's not the candle I'm looking at. I'm looking for. Let me go back a little bit. I want to show you the candle that happened during the volatility. Okay. What candle was that? I think it was around 8 p.m., 9 p.m. About this one. Okay. Wait. Just give me a second. I'll have to check my calendar. Wednesday was 2. Okay. Wednesday was 2. All right. So let me look for second of April. Yeah, I think it is one. Yeah. I think it's this candle. I think so. So let me put an arrow on this one. So you see this candle that day, if we paint this candle like so, and we go to 1 minute chart, you see wonder of Trump administration the top that day. So because I was actually interested in trading gold that day, but I couldn't really. I was actually I was a little bit afraid to even place a trade that day because the volatility was much on the 1 minute chart. I was actually, focused on the 1 minute chart, looking at the event unfolding, and it actually scared me. I was on a trade on gold. I had to close it. Really, this is really, really something else. Let's go to 2nd April. 2nd April was a Wednesday. Let's go back a little bit. Look at that volatility. I was expecting for gold to hit the roof again, to maybe enter 3,400, 3,500. It threatened to, but it didn't, right? It was just, going up and down particular spots. So if you look at this one now, this one you see the largest volatility. This is where I see the largest volatility at around this level, this period in time. Okay. This candle you see, this candle of 1 minute it moved within 1 second, like 1 second. Okay. In 1 minute, there are about 60 seconds. But you see this red candle moved in 1 second. Okay. When Trump came out and had that placard and began to talk. So it's all these candles you see, all these strong candles you see around here, where because I was watching it live, all these 4 or 5 candles moved within seconds. The volatility was much. To go down, go up, go down, go up, eventually found its way and move up. So I was hoping that eventually this gold price will beat the roof. Okay, but it didn't. It went up a little bit, small, and then turn around, went up to like this level, turn around and was just playing around. So all those true Thursday, Friday events, were just not really caught for me. So my take on gold, finally, based on this analysis, is that gold price may just continue to go down. Okay. I was expecting for the price of gold to go up, but based on what we are seeing now, gold price could actually go down. Could go down. So be careful, it could go down. Now, based on that information, let me go to 1 hour. And of course, we are seeing it at 3019 now. After achieving how much? After achieving about 3166. I was expecting to hit maybe 3,400. So 3020, meaning that gold price could fall below. This actually fell on Friday to below 2,000, to below 3,000. It actually entered 2,972. So I want to believe that gold price will continue to drop. I want to believe that. Okay, so let's begin to look for a sell opportunity on the chart for that. And on the D1 front, let's look at it on the D1 in its new version. On the D1 front, the price is doing what we expect it to do, even gap down today, which is okay. But I still expect for the price to actually reach this area, reach this terrain for 2,934. Okay, so if you are interested in trading gold, look to sell. That means you should follow the sellers. These things. Okay, follow the sellers going forward. All right. Now let me go to the comment section again and check what people are saying. Okay, so where would gold possibly go to while going down? My baby. Wow. Your name is my baby. Wow. So if I call my baby now, people will think that I'm referring to my baby. Is that not? Meanwhile, your name is my baby. So my baby, which location are you? This one, you want to know where gold is going to. I don't know where to get to, but I think I just painted some area on the chart where it could get to. Okay, but remember that the gold price is bullish. All right, the trend, rather not good price, the trend is bullish. Okay, so because of that, you need to be very careful selling. What I mean by trend is bullish, if you look at all these trend lines, they are still actively supporting the price to go up. Okay, so what you should do is to look at something like this main reversion now. Yeah, it's on trend line here, but I think it could still get to this level of 2,934 to still get to this level, most likely. Now, if you now begin to close below this level, if you now begin to close below this level, below this resistance, okay, if you are now seeing candles closing below that level on 1 hour, it means that price is now ready to do what? Go down. So if you close below this level, that means you now begin to see candles printing colors like this below that level, printing colors like that. Okay, candles are now beginning to close below. Then it means that gold price is now ready to resume, maybe possibly do some volatility up and down, or eventually the trend will change to downside, which is what I wish, right? Because the gold price was just too high for me to, too high for comfort. Okay. Do you advise we get out of buy? Yes, of course, you do. I strongly advise you get out of buy, right? I strongly advise you. If you are on the back, I strongly advise it, except you have a stop loss or a trailing stop following it. So if you have a trailing stop following it, it's okay. You can leave it, and of course, it will grow. So Jonathan is saying good morning, and can I still come for the indicator this month? Of course, Jonathan. Anytime you call, we'll give you indicator 100% free. Okay, so who else? You want questions? You have questions? Point it. Drop your questions. Let me look at them fast. Drop your question, everybody. Let me look at them as quickly as I can. Drop your questions. Let me look at them as quickly as I can. Look at them. Okay. If there's no question, I'll now go again to see if there's any other thing I can look at within maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes time frame. I've not looked at Euro JPY for a while. I've not. So why not I look at it this morning? Somebody also suggests New Zealand JPY. So because he suggested again, I'll check. NZD JPY. Matter of fact, Kumi's iPhone, or Kumi, your name is Kumi, I think. I will not lie to you. I've not looked at New Zealand JPY in the last maybe 5 years. I will not lie to you. So I just have to, immediately I saw your questions or your request, I have to look at it because it's not an instrument I trade. After all, I cannot do it all. No man can do it all. No man can trade everything on the chart. But based on what I have here, on this New Zealand JPY and US JPY, because they look similar, right? they look very much similar. If you look at the 1 hour chart of New Zealand JPY and US JPY, you see that they are the same or almost the same. Look at them. This US JPY, this one, and this is New Zealand JPY, which means that Japanese yen is strong. Okay? After you be Emmanuel, you raise your hand, just drop a question while I do this. You want to ask me something, send me a direct message. Okay, I will look at it and of course announce to the house what you have to say. So, but because I'm still analyzing US JPY and New Zealand JPY side by side, let me put them side by side. So New Zealand JPY and US JPY look similar, which means that the analysis of US JPY will hold for you. But if you want to be on a rush, Atoyebi, was your name Atoyebi? Let me check. Oh, sorry, Kumi. Kumi, if you want to trade New Zealand JPY, you can use the same analysis I use for US JPY. But at a glance, New Zealand JPY on May reversion has hit support and it could go up. So which means that if I were you, I could just do a counter trade like I announced on AUD USD. I could do it on this one. So I could just enter it, but I've not traded it for a very long time, really. So I think counter trade would be good for this one. Counter trade. Let me just do buy limit since it did not permit me to go in directly. Let me check my AUD USD, whether it has triggered. Yeah, it has triggered. So same analysis for AUD USD, for USD, and of course for New Zealand JPY. So please, everybody, if you're interested, those ones would be the buyers would be to do counter trade against the trend. The trend is down. You want to go against it and quickly, dash in and dash out and make some money. So you can do that. So for this AUD USD, remember the stop loss is going to be below this level. That's about 85 pips for me. And of course, that's below the just put it below the structure low. That's what we call structure low, where I painted for the AUD. And of course, for the New Zealand JPY, if you are also trading it, okay, your stop loss should be below the structure low. That's if you are on the buy, below the structure low. Same thing with US JPY. If you're going to be trading it, you're going to have to go below the structure low. So of all of them now, the one that present the least resistance or the least risk is US JPY. That's the one that presented the least risk if you are going to be trading a counter trade on the three of them. New Zealand JPY, US JPY, and of course, Euro JPY. Oh, sorry, AUD USD rather. AUD USD, okay, New Zealand JPY and US JPY, they present the same unique identity. And of course, as for Euro JPY, which is where I will stop for today, Euro JPY have Atoyebi hand is still raised. I don't know what you want to say. Maybe he wants to talk to me. Atoyebi, what do you want to say? Can you drop it in the comment section? I'll look at it. If you can't, eventually I will look at your a way to bring you in, and of course you can talk to me. So I'm going to go to this one, which is Euro JPY, and check. So unlike the other ones, Euro JPY, is kind of not as deep as the other ones. I want to believe it's because Euro is strong right now. Euro is very strong. So if I were you, and because the price is doing volatility up and down, which is good for people that are trading support and resistance. If you like trading support and resistance, this is your time to make money on Euro JPY. How? You just buy around support, and of course you sell around resistance. So this is support, you buy around it, and of course this is resistance, sell around it. This is a resistance area, sell around it. Okay. And this is another resistance area which you can sell around. Okay. So if you sell around those regions, so people say they are not seeing it. Let's make it big. Those are resistance zones. Let's make it big. Those are resistance zones. So you could sell around those areas and buy around those support too. For this one now, because the price is below the first resistance, R1, let me paint it R1. Kind of like a text. So you could sell around it when the price gets to R1. And if the price break R1, it will approach R2, right? It will approach R2. Let's make this one R2. 2. So if price breaks it, you could also sell around R2. And don't forget that this is S1 or support 1. That's where the price just left. That's moving on down. Okay. S1, right? So I think this is the only explanation I can give you on EuroJP1. But of course, remember that I'm not trading it. So I'm not trading it now. I'm paying off because of what I'm seeing on the charts. Any questions? You can drop it. Any questions, anybody? No questions. So I think we are on like 10 minutes to round up the class. So let me enable one person to ask me a question. And that will be the person that raised up his hand since. That would be Stanley. Okay, I can see Stanley here, raise up his hand. So Stanley, unmute yourself and ask me a question based on what we have discussed today. Stanley.
Okay, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, Stanley.
Okay. It's not a serious question. I actually need some of those indicators that I see display on your screen. When you opened, there was a chart you opened. I saw one that I think is a moving average, two moving average that I believe they are less than 10. I would like to have that one and some of them.
Did this one? Is it this one?
No, not this one. This one is more than 10. This one. Yes, this one.
This one, Abby?
If I can just know their no that
It's not.
yes.
This one is a unique identity. We actually call it trigger line. So of course the
Okay.
input is actually Kedashi, kind of like it's a unique. This one is not the normal moving average, Okay, so this one is
Okay.
is linear and of course simple. It's a special calculation that we use to conduct this one, and so it's a special indicator. And so if you are a VIP, you have it, obviously. If you're a VIP, you can get it, have access to it. Are you a VIP?
Okay. No, not yet.
Oh yeah, become a VIP now so that I can send it to you. Which location are you?
I'm in Asaba.
Asaba. Wow. Long, but of course,
Yes.
Asaba is a very cool place. Asaba is a very, very cool place. So thank you very much for calling in from Asaba.
I don't know when you yeah.
Well, I will ask Ima in Port Harcourt to arrange for kind of like an event there that we can come and host. Possibly this month, possibly this April.
I would like it. I will appreciate it.
Even though we are already occupied for the month, but I can ask him to see if he can squeeze, in kind of like a slot for Asaba people. Asaba people are my people because we'll come around and do kind of like a seminar training there all together. So it's not a problem. We'll come. Now for this indicator,
Okay.
I'm calling from Asaba.
Thank you.
Just message me on my WhatsApp and make sure that you are from Asaba. I will look for a way to get that across to you. All right?
I am not okay. I don't have your number. I don't have your number, sir.
090-2039-8739. That's because you are in Asaba.
You take it again.
It's only you I'm giving. So nobody else should ask me that kind of question.
Okay.
Call it again. 090-20 39
Yes.
8739. Let me call it together. 090-2039.
Very nice. Thank you.
Send me WhatsApp now. Or anybody listening to me. If you want to talk to me, you can send me WhatsApp. Of course, I'll attend to you. The phone is down.
39, right? 39 ends your number.
Yes. Ends the phone number.
Okay. I'll send you a message. Thank you.
Anyway, so thank you very much.
Your phone number. Thank you, sir.
That's
Thank you.
Stanley. Bye-bye. Now, one more person that would like to talk to me. One more person that would like to talk to me. With the hand raised, of course, I'll oblige you, and of course, you can talk. I see one person raised, but I don't know who that person is. Let me go down. Is it Chinedu? Okay, it's Chinedu. Chinedu. Jutrom, I think you sent in a question, Jutrom. But Chinedu, go ahead, oh. Chinedu, you have the floor.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, from the analysis and what you are watching gold doing, can we say that gold is now going down? Is it changing trends to downtrend?
Say again.
Can we say that gold is going down trend?
Well, the trend is beginning to form. So, what can we say? Let's go back to that gold so that we can look at it together. The trend is beginning to form and change to the downside. So, and if it is so, it will mean that, well, it will mean that gold is actually, on its way down. That's what it will mean. That's what it will mean, right? So, and we are beginning to see candles close below a structure. Like this is a structure that is recently broken, like this one. Okay. It's a structure, and we have seen candles close below it, even though candles are beginning to dance above it now. But we've seen candles, maybe one or two candles close below it. So if a candle now begins to move, okay, again, and close below the structure, this one I just painted now, that begins to move and close below $3,000 per ounce, then you can say gold is on a downtrend. Now it's beginning to look at like it, because if you look at this candle now, 1 hour, it's beginning to print red and approaching the same zone. So if we begin to close below it, you can now begin to buy. And of course, you can also see that if you look at this one now, we see this candle, this bullish candle now, react aggressively after candle close below it. But what happened to the aggression? It faded away. Okay. So which means that the price may not really be interested in pushing to the upside again. And so we can say price of gold may look like something that will be going down. We are seeing it now. It's beginning to play, okay, in the form of candle structures, in the form of patterns. This is a pattern that supports a sell. Okay. And of course, this is another pattern. I don't know if you can copy this one. It's another pattern that supports a sell. Okay, so we are beginning to see it. And based on these two information I just painted for you now, Stanley, this is another pattern that actually supports that sell. Because yes, the price actually reacts volatile, like very much, and push the price up. But what happened after that one? That's what we're interested to see. And we're not seeing that, that level of excitement for buyers to continue to push the price to the upside. So we could say price of gold is going down. Yeah. So if that's the answer you're looking for, we could say that with confidence. Now let me see from the question Joshua wanted to ask. It says from the volatility from gold that traded in seconds, is it better to trade after fundamental? There's no time you cannot trade, sir. So you could trade after fundamental. I love to trade after fundamental anyway. So that's if I'm trading manual, I can trade after fundamental, right? So let's now finally give, before we close in 2 minutes, Atoye B has been, kind of like raising his hand since yesterday. Atoye B, you have a question. Oh yeah, go ahead and talk to me.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. I just want you to recap on that USD card. I've already typed the message. I didn't know we are not seeing it. So that's why I'm raising my hand.
Okay. So thank you very much. Of course, I'll talk about it then we'll close. So what I said was that, so that you can talk to me if I'm wrong, what I said was that USD card have potential to go up, right? And that we are only waiting for a candle that will close above 1.42. You can write it down. You can write this price down. 1.42558. So if a candle close above it, like today on this 1 hour chart, if you see a candle close above 1.42558, like today, not yesterday, not tomorrow, today. If a candle close above 1.42558, like a bullish candle, just move now and close above it, you can buy. That's what I said. So, and of course, the idea is that the sellers wanted to enter the market and they lost their short. So except they regain it, then price can now begin to go down. Otherwise, if it can look close above by mistake, close above 1.4258 today, then USD CAD is a buy. Thank you very much, everybody. That's why I'll drop my short today. And of course, this strategy session continues tomorrow, 8 o'clock on the dot. The guys will be in the house. That's the man from Ibadan. Okay, so he's going to be on the hot seat and continue the discussion. And then we go to Bishop on Wednesday, and of course, Imam will be there on Thursday and Joshua on Friday. So, to the benefit of mankind, of course, I submit my class for today. Thank you very much for following. And of course, trade safe, stay safe.